The event to mark the 76th birth anniversary of the late Most Venerable Maduluave Sobitha Thero took place in Colombo today.
The birthday of the late Most Venerable Maduluave Sobitha Thero fell yesterday. However, the event was organized today at the Foundation Institute in Colombo to honor the service rendered by the late Thero to the nation and to the Sasana.
I was not invited for this event. This is the same manner in which other matters take place in this country. Some say when I took over the Sri Lanka Freedom Party, the party became similar to a roti that cannot be eaten. If one is ready to come for a dialogue with me, I am willing to say how the roti reached a state that it cannot be eaten, who ruined the vision and objective envisioned by the late Thero. Today's Daily Mirror newspaper has published a report with Mahathir Mohamad's image on the left and my image on the other side. They have listed certain things which were said to be done by Mahathir Mohamad in just 5 days. Under my image, they have said within 3 years with a question mark. It is said he arrested 9 ministers within the first 5 days. It is said he arrested 50 judges. I personally called the Sri Lankan High Commissioner in Malaysia. The party of Mahathir Mohamad is one that maintained links with the Sri Lanka Freedom Party. So I am aware of those in that party. I spoke to one of them as well. All of them said these reports are completely false. Over the past 2 weeks, they are reprimanding me on social media using this material. They ask, why can't I do what Mahathir did? If such things could be done in 5 days, that country is not a democratic state. During 3 years, certain people have been arrested. Cases have been filed and there are trials taking place. In addition, investigations are also taking place. The election was held on the 8th of January 2015 and on the 9th, we were summoned by the Elections Commissioner. The election results were released at 2 in the afternoon. By then, Mahinda Rajapaksa has conceded defeat and was leaving with his belongings. There were security vehicles that were brought for Mahinda Rajapaksa, which was assigned to the president. He took along with him a number of brand new vehicles. Only 2 new vehicles were left behind. My security detail said the Prime Minister's detail had arrived claiming there are no vehicles from the Prime Minister and were requesting the 2 vehicles with 2 specific numbers. I told them to give those vehicles to the Prime Minister. For almost 2.5 years, I was using an old vehicle. As Finance Minister Ravi would bear witness, I brought down 2 cars only after a period of 2.5 years as I did not have a vehicle. As the Finance Minister, he made the allocations. Who gave helicopters to travel to Tangol? Was it me? Those responsible must provide answers. I spoke to the present Air Force Commander after seeing this. I asked him who gave instructions to the Air Force Commander to provide helicopters to Mahinda Rajapaksa after the election results were announced. He told me that a certain person had said the President had instructed to do so. I was not aware of that. They did not even ask me over the telephone to do so.
The President issued a challenge for an open debate to discuss events during the past 3 years.
Some say the government is ruined because of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party. Some say the government was ruined after I took over as chairman of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party. The UNP only had 47 seats in parliament at the time. The United People's Freedom Alliance, led by Mahinda Rajapaksa, had a 2/3 majority in parliament. Honourable Speaker, I do not know who prepared the 100-day programme. I am thankful and honoured today as well when I was made the common candidate. Now some are saying if they put forward anyone else rather than me, they could have won. Then they should have done so. I am saying they selected me because they had no one else. I am saying this in the presence of the late Sobitha Thero. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe prepared the 100-day programme with only 47 parliamentary seats. The election was on the 8th and the swearing-in was on the 9th. They made the 100 days citing this is what will happen on the 10th, 11th and so on. They published a book and distributed it. It included the 19th amendments to the Constitution. Where in the history of the world's parliamentary democracy have you heard a constitutional amendment taking place with just 47 seats in parliament? 142 were against that. Ranil Wickremesinghe was sworn in as the Prime Minister moments after I was sworn in as President. Come the next week, the opposition said they will bring a motion of no confidence because a person with only 47 seats was made Prime Minister. The 100-day programme did not contain any move to dissolve Parliament. Jayampathy Wickramaratne, I am not aware who prepared this programme. I must state this to those who prepared it. That was the most dumbest thing they've ever done. It is only I who know the number of things that were harmful to the country were struck down solely because there were SLFP ministers in cabinet. A cabinet paper was produced to move all state funds in state banks to private banks. As I opposed it, this matter dragged on for 3 months in cabinet. Ravi might remember this. I did not allow them to pass that. If that was passed, the Bank of Ceylon and the People's Bank would not exist today. If it was passed, the National Savings Bank would be no more. I built my political career of 47 years from 1967 to 2014. You are aware of what happened during these 3 years. It just dropped. The late most venerable Maduluave Sobitha Thero did not seek for the looting of the central bank through the introduction of the common candidate. I came forward with the honest intention of implementing the true meaning of good governance. I am very disappointed over the wrong image that is being portrayed about me. Some say I am the obstruction for the case that the people are keeping a close watch on. The people did not hope for an investigation to take place on Ekanaika, providing a vehicle to another in Kurunegala under this government. If you can bring the family of the late Tajuddin and the attorney for the complainants to one place and talk to them, they will tell you what happened. It's been 3 years since this heinous crime took place. It needs to be rectified. Most Venerable Sobitha Thero, if you have become a god up above, please bless us to reveal the truth to the nation. If there is anyone who thinks he needs more clarification on whatever I said, he can call for a discussion and I will award that opportunity. I am ready for an open debate. I am ready for a television debate. I am ready for anything to speak about what happened during the past 3 years.
රූපවාහිනී සංවාදයකට ලෑස්ති ඕන දෙයකට ලෑස්ති මේ අවුරුදු 3මාරේ සිද්ධ වෙච්ච දේවල් ගැන කියන්න.